Saul, God has given you everything. As humanity collectively moves toward awakening, much is happening to accelerate and intensify your relentless progression. As you well know, there is only love, all else is of the illusion. And more of the world's human population are beginning to realize this. At first, it is a personal realization, something that they feel uncomfortable sharing because they fear being ridiculed and laughed at. However, because there is so much information available on the World Wide Web regarding the fact that everything is connected to everything else, with scientific proof to back it up, more and more people are now prepared to put a foot in the water to test the temperature, which they find warm and welcoming. And then they are happily surprised, in fact often amazed, to discover that their realization is shared by so many. It is impossible to be unaware that something different, something strange is occurring on planet Earth at this moment in your history, and it is. The moment of your awakening was planned at the precise moment that you chose separation instead of love. God knows your mind, knows what you truly want, and offers it to you constantly, and it is everything. Love, peace, joy, bliss, happiness, everything that makes your heart sing. That is what your awakening is all about. God has given you everything and denied you nothing because that is His nature. He gives and gives and gives because His love for you is infinite. And when you awaken, you will know that and it will blow your minds. God's love for you is utterly beyond anything that, as a human, you can possibly imagine. Love is all-encompassing. It is totally welcoming, unconditionally accepting, honeyed, fragrant, beautifully intense, passionately embracing. It is life itself. And to be without, it is beyond impossible. It is who you are, eternally and forever. Yes, you and God are one, and always have been, because to be separated from your source is impossible, because there is no place to separate to. Humanity is now in the process of awakening to its forgotten memory of this divine and unchangeable truth. All that exists has its existence within the One, within the Source, Mother, Father, God. In that is completeness, fulfillment, harmony, concordance, understanding, agreement, love. That is all that there is, and it is infinitely and eternally vast, without boundaries or limits, and all-inclusive. Therefore, judgment makes absolutely no sense, because judgment attempts to separate what cannot be separated. As Jesus said when He came upon a stoning, "Let he who is without sin cast the first stone." Either all are sinners or none are. As humans, it appears to you that no one is without sin. But as the beloved and divine children of God, you are all sinless. Sin is purely of the illusion. It is anything that is not in perfect alignment with love. But because there is only love, sin can only be unreal. As humans, playing the game of separation and judging one another as unacceptable in myriad ways, that concept appears insane as you observe all the pain and suffering that people all over the world are inflicting upon one another. Separation is conflict, is judgment, is condemnation, is unacceptability of one by another, and that is what is insane. Many now see that as humanity stirs toward wakefulness. In today's world, it is impossible to be unaware of intense competition everywhere, which leads inevitably to conflict, pain, and suffering. And it is this growing awareness that is leading you forward to your awakening. When you are fully awake, anything other than love is impossible, because then you are fully conscious of the infinite oneness that is all that exists. Love unites because it is one, thus demonstrating conclusively that there is only one. God is one, and therefore so are you. Conflict is meaningless because it is an attack on oneself. However, as humans living and breathing the illusion, it seems not only possible but inevitable, and that includes suicide itself, the ultimate attack on oneself, and your history provides endless examples to support this view. For eons, it has seemed that conflicts and the resultant widespread pain and suffering they cause are normal. It truly is amazing that anything so abysmally abnormal could appear normal to so many for so long. All who are reading this, and similar wise and loving messages from those in the spiritual realms whose purpose is to support you on your path to awakening, are yourselves firmly established on that path. You may experience doubts, anger, pain, fear, and suffering, but underneath all that, deep within yourselves, you do know that in this now moment, you are precisely where you intended to be when you planned this present human lifetime. So, when you forget or become unsettled or upset, go within to your most holy inner sanctuary where love resides, and allow yourselves to feel the divine and loving embrace in which you are eternally held safe and sound. The game that is the illusion is past its sell-by date and needs to be discarded. That is exactly what is happening all across the world, as all that is not in alignment with love arises to be forgiven and to be released. All of you are assisting in this process quite magnificently, and you are greatly honored for your willingness to undergo the pain and suffering that goes with the task that you have undertaken. Know that completion is close, and take a little time out now and again to relax and celebrate when the going gets really tough. You fully deserve to honor yourselves for the fantastic work you are doing, namely, intending to be only loving whatever arises by taking a break from the insanity to enjoy your lives. Do not berate yourselves when you think you have failed in your task by occasionally reacting unlovingly. You have not. You are all succeeding quite brilliantly, as you will discover when you awaken into the divine festivities that have been so lovingly prepared for you. With so very much love, Saul. The Council. The box you live in. Are you aware that you live in a box? Many of you will not be surprised by this question. Many others of you will be. You are quick to point out that you are free. Well, you are free, but you have been conditioned not to act upon it. The box we refer to has sides, a bottom, and a top that are made up of a great many components. It was constructed and handed to you on the day you were born, and you have explored it, agreed to it, and allowed it to be reinforced ever since. The box that you were gifted with as a newborn was made up of all of the agreements your family and society live by, and that you were taught, or that you absorbed like a sponge as a young child. You learned what was proper to talk about. You learned proper behavior. You learn more by attitudes and examples around you than you did through actual instruction. It is more than likely that a great deal of this was and is helpful. What is not helpful is that it remains to a large degree unconscious. Perhaps a few, or perhaps a great many years have passed since then, and we can guarantee that during that time, your box has been modified and reinforced every moment of every year. And truly, your box has gotten quite a bit smaller. We are asking that a picture of a box be included here in order that you may visualize what we say now more easily. You think you are free to think whatever you choose, and you are. But the parameters of the thought and of society's conversation are carefully controlled. Decisions are made about what can be discussed and what must not be discussed. And what must not be discussed is said to be out of bounds, or ridiculous, or stupid, or a conspiracy. What may be discussed is given sides, like right and left, liberal and conservative, right and wrong, but they are all inside the box. Division is encouraged. Why? Because you are far less likely to look outside the box, and if you are separated, you are easier to control. You have learned what to wear, where to go, what to think, what to believe, what to eat, and on and on. You have learned who your enemy is. More, you have learned that you have enemies. Think about the possibility that, if there were no media to inform you, you might just like all the other humans on your world. You might not feel threatened by people 10,000 miles away who lived in huts and had almost nothing you would value. Do you realize how many of the things that you want are things that you do not need at all? You have been carefully conditioned to want them. Almost all of the younger generations intuitively know when they are being marketed to. They seem very cynical about such things, but they also have very strong wants. At this point, we would wish to make what will seem for a moment as a detour in this discussion. Your mind is not contained in your brain. Most know this now. Your mind can be best described as a field. You are part of larger fields. There is your family's field, there is a field of your town, your state or province, your country, and your world. Now, if you choose to step outside of the box of your own mind, it will be hard enough. Stepping outside of your family's norms is a bit harder, is it not? Beyond that, there exist ever more severe restrictions. There are laws, taboos, penalties, and ostracism. And if you look around your world now, you will see much attempted reinforcing of the walls of the box. Why? Because the old control mechanisms are losing much of their old effectiveness. Too many have seen outside the box. It has now reached a point that did not seem possible just a few years ago. The box is about to be shown for what it is, and you are going to need to rebuild your own personal boxes according to your own integrity and your knowing of your own worth. You are going to make choices that you have never had to make before. Your box will be one of your own conscious making. Have a box you are proud of, and be proud of your neighbor for building her own, and help those who don't understand when they ask for it. Blessings for the light that you are. Good day. We are the Cassiopeian Collective and reach out to you from beyond your space-time perspective. For really, we are neighbors who have not previously interacted too much on your surface world. We are now integrated and more involved with the Galactic Federation and seek common ground with humanity. We channel the light from our system to your system with great reverence and respect for the transition that you find yourselves in. Layers and layers of dark and dank are being peeled away so that more sunlight can filter through and dissolve the darkness. You are Earth's light warriors, and we salute you for your service to humanity. For what is time? What is great distance? What distance can be great when thought? Intention travel is a reality. For really, we may as well be your next-door neighbors offering assistance if requested, but more interested in getting to know our new friends. Your cultures are very different from ours. Your color scheme, emotional ranges, your relationships are all much different, and it is a great education to learn from each other, is it not? We are observing that with this tremendous influx of light to which we currently are contributing, we notice sadness that is being peeled away for your many wounds are still being healed. Now is a marvelous time for healing. In fact, we invite you to heal and to shine your light on all things and situations. For focus on others will amplify your own healing. We look forward greatly to further interaction with your species. We enfold you in love light from our star system. Claim it as your own, for it is gifted to all. We observe your crystalline forms advancing as we speak. It will not be long now. Try to enjoy this process of ascension within the surrounding newness of this embodiment. You are the way showers. We honor you. We are the Cassiopeian Collective, and we are pleased to have made this connection. Crystals of Atlantis, I am Galatril, and I am now on Atlantis, the Atlantis that has been built up in Brazil. We have received good help from our brothers and sisters in Lemuria and Telos. They have been teachers and mentors since our Atlantis went down many thousands of years ago. Now, we live in a beautiful and loving place. We have special crystals that have a great healing ability and that can cleanse the earth and all those who want to use them. They can only take on one intention at a time, and they can only be used for good purposes. All of you who were struck by the fall of Atlantis can heal yourselves with the help of these crystals. Just ask us for help, and we will help you. We are in service to both Earth and humanity today, and we do what we can to clear our karma and help them with trauma from Atlantis so that they can become whole again. There are many Earth today that still carry this trauma with them and who let it reappear again now and then, but at a smaller scale. They are hit by accidents and problems, and they do not understand why they need to be targeted. This can be the explanation. They have not resolved the trauma from the terrible that struck at Atlantis. You can do it now with the help of this crystal, or with help from us or your guides. We offer our services so gladly, and we love you so much. We are a part of this together, and Atlantis is now rebuilt with only good crystals and with much love in our hearts. We wish that you could see this so that you would have peace and calm in your hearts in the knowledge that the land that you once loved many thousands of years ago, and which then was a beautiful land again, is built up with the same energy of love. I wish that you would want to come and visit this land in your dreams so that you can see for yourselves how beautiful it is and how lovingly all that live here conduct their lives. Yes, it has taken time. It has taken time for the light to brighten up our hearts, but now it shines clearly and preciously, and we promise you that you will receive a warm and loving reception. We have much to share with you, and we have much to show you. We can help you to solve your trauma. We have resources for this now, in particular with this unusual crystal that exists here in Atlantis and Brazil. We long so much to meet you. We are a part of you, and you are a part of us. I hope that you listen to our wish and that we soon can get to see you and show you our beautiful Atlantis. There is much that can be said, but this will be enough for this time, and I am hoping for a meeting where we can have the opportunity to tell you our whole story. My thoughts and my love is with you all the time.